brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. People say we now live in an age of globalization. Then we should ask, what is globalized and what globalizes it? Broadly speaking, we may say that it is the world that has been globalized, and it is information and communication technology that has made the world globalized. And to look deeper and to be more specific, the word means the human situations. And when we look at the human situation, many people today seems to be rather pessimistic to say that there are so many problems prevailing over the world. And these problems have been globalized to be global problems. Among these problems, the most predominant seems to be economic problems. As it is obvious even today, even almost all other major global problems, in a final analysis, can be traced to economic cause. Throughout the long period of time, in what is called the modern age, people have witnessed progress and prosperity that has been made possible by the central role of the trio or the triad of science, technology, and industry. The process of bringing about this progress and prosperity has come to be called development. And this development process has as its goal or objective economic affluence consisting in material abundance and after some time this development process has brought us to a life which has been affluent in developed country or industrialized country, where people hope for happiness out of the consumption of material things. And after some time, this had led people to what is called consumerism. and at last to what we call consumer society. People in this society seem to hold a view, something like a theory, that they can enjoy happiness out of the consumption of the material, or through material pleasures or sensual pleasures. But before long, the consumption of material means the consumption of natural resources, which has gone to the extent of squandering natural resources. And this has led to the deterioration of natural resources, evident in the depletion of natural resources and the serious problem of pollution. And then we face, all the world faces environmental problem. To the degree of almost making the world, the earth, unfavorable place to live on. As this problem is very serious, at last this process of development has come to be called unsustainable development. It means that the world or the people cannot go further in that direction of development. People who enjoy consumeristic happiness come to be frustrated. This means the consumeristic happiness is at last frustrated. But we witness not only the dead end of the consumption on the part of the consumers, but the dead end to the society and to nature or the natural environment. This means the three parties suffer from the same cause of the problem. Consumption here means overconsumption, has led to conflict among people between nations, and it has caused environmental problem, and also in the mind of the individual. As mentioned earlier, the consumeristic happiness has been frustrated. As we cannot go further in this direction, we have to seek for the solution. And we try to set up a plan or something like that for what is called sustainable development. the sustainable development has been a term that came into use long ago. I think about 2 or 3 decades. Since about after 1972 or so, 2 or 3 decades. After even 2 or 3 decades, the world have not advanced in the way of solving the problem. And that is why we make effort at our best to seek for a solution even in form of view or theory or here in the teaching of the Buddha or Buddhism. Now we speak of Buddhist economic. We hope that in some way we may find some answer to be the solution for this problem. What is the cause of this problem? As I mentioned earlier, it is mainly the economic problem. And this economic problem has been caused by economic system. This means the current economic system at least cannot be reliable. There must be something wrong in this economic system. But what is wrong? It seems that the mistake can be traced to even a wrong understanding of human nature. That might be the root cause of the problem. In modern economics, for example, people look at human nature deeper into what is called want or desire. And they say human desire or human want is not limited, or people have unlimited want or unlimited desire. And as the resources here, the natural resources, are scarce, we must be able to allocate these resources in order that people in general will be able to enjoy them. But after about a century or nearly 2 or 3 centuries now, after the Industrial Revolution, economics seem not to have achieve the goal of what we can call the overcoming of scarcity. Even worse, instead of overcoming scarcity, economic had led to the increase of insufficiency. And at last, to the dead end of the development on the two parties. In the individual, as I mentioned before, there are people who would like to enjoy happiness and hope that the happiness can be enjoyed through the consumption of material. But now we see the dead end to that hope, in that the consumeristic happiness has been frustrated through the environmental problem and the social conflict. And now, as the problem has the cause here, it is here that we can solve the problem. This means if it is a wrong understanding of the nature of the human or human nature, then we should speak, we should analyze, and we should discuss what is the right understanding of the human nature. According to Buddhism, at the first level, it is true that human desire or human want is unlimited. However, we say that there are two kinds of desire. A skillful desire and the unskillful one. The unskillful desire cannot be satisfied, and it leads to what is called dependent happiness. We enjoy happiness through the satisfaction of desire. But as this type of desire cannot be satisfied, it is unlimited. As it is unlimited, it cannot be satisfied. Then the people cannot enjoy, cannot fulfill their happiness through this kind of satisfaction of desire, that means the consumption of the material. And then they enjoy what is called consumeristic happiness, which is also dependent happiness. Consumeristic happiness, which is dependent happiness. This happiness depends on the consumption of material, and then the consumption of material entails the squandering of